the microbiome is the trillions of bacteria, fungi, and viruses that live in and on our body. And it really functions as our internal pharmacy to maintain our health. It makes vitamins, hormones, neurotransmitters. I mean, things like serotonin, I think 70 to 80% of the serotonin is made in the gut. So many of these really critical things to our survival are made by microbes in our gut. There's a bacteria in the gut called H. pylori, and that has had a number of pieces of research related to Parkinson's because that organism actually grows or feeds on dopamine. And so people will find that their medicine is not working as well because they have H. pylori and it's eating their medicine. But by eating their medicine, it grows more and it actually produces some enzymes that accelerate the battle in the gut. In these older cultures where fermentation is a very strong basis, down through the centuries of preserving food. But actually, one of my favorite little books is a book called The Life Bridge. It was written about 20 years ago, and it covers how microbes actually transform inorganic minerals into living matter. So they can take an element and transform it into a molecule that is living and we're much better able to utilize that element or nutrient in that form that the microbes have produced than we would, say, just licking a rock. So that really critical importance on the human side, but also in the soil microbiome. So these networks in the soil of the bacteria and fungi and how they work together to deliver the nutrients to the root of the plant and also to protect the plant. So they produce a lot of compounds that are protective. So in our gut, if we have certain microbes, they produce some molecules called bacteriocins, and they are like very specific at keeping certain pathogens under control or from causing harm. And so it's this balanced ecosystem. And then we are actually more microbial than we are human. So in terms of number of cells, there was an early debate on, it used to, that initially they said it was a ratio of 10 to 1. I think now they've settled that there's about 2 times as many microbial cells in the human body than human cells. But from an even larger landscape, the genes that make all of these different molecules and control all these different processes in the microbiome, it's anywhere between 100 to 300 times the number of genes in the human genome. So I really think about that as potentially our primary system that keeps us healthy. And as we start to lose that genetic diversity and capability in our microbiome, we become less resilient, just like out in the external world, in the soil. As we monocrop and lose our diversity, we lose the resilience that really keeps us healthy.